Here we are again. And I've already been called out this morning. Why aren't you talking about Marchand? Why aren't you talking about Marchand? Because, alright, A, I was at work during the game last night, so I didn't see the play. I came home, I watched the ends of the games that I'd been watching. I didn't see that in the replays of the game that I'd seen. They were in a hurry because there was 12 games last night, so they just showed the very highlights. And I didn't hear until this morning that this was going on. So, there's only so much one person can do, especially when you're not home to watch the games. Brad Marchand, let's get into his rap sheet, shall we? He's had a $2,500 fine for a slew foot on Niskanen, $5,000 for roughing on Landeskog, $10,000 for tripping on Kronwall last year. Last year he did a video ripping Marchand and ripping the NHL for not suspending him for tripping on Kronwall. It was a dirty, dirty play. He's been suspended 2 games for elbowing Umberger when Umberger's with Columbus. He got 5 games for a low bridge on Sami Salo, 2 games for a slew foot on Derek Brassard of the Rangers, and 3 games for clipping Borvicki. He's been suspended in the last 18 months. He's been fined in the last 18 months. And last night he threw a needless, stupid elbow on Johansen. And this is where it gets difficult, because there's an assumption of, well, Shannon cheers for the Bruins, so clearly he cheers for Marchand. No, I don't. I really don't. At the Canucks game last year, I watched as towards the end of the first period, and Vancouver was winning, and Marchand kind of played up with the crowd, and they all booed him, and he raised his hands in the air. And, there were 2 things I saw in that moment. 1, Vancouver fans taking the bait, and 2, Marchand waking up. Marchand ended up with a hat trick in that game, and every time he scored, I would cheer because I didn't realize, and then I realized it was him, and I was like, oh, really? And that's kind of how I feel as a Bruins fan. And I don't care how many goals and points he scores, because it makes it more frustrating when he does this crap. And this rap sheet should be much longer. There are numerous times where things have happened in a game and they've gone, we've decided no supplemental discipline. And I've been one saying, are you serious? He's got a phone hearing for the elbow on Johansen, which means less than 5 games. The guessing is 4. But it could easily just end up being a fine, because this is the NHL. This is how they do it. And like I said, it was a needless, stupid play. He kind of had to go out of the way to get to Johansen, and then after the game he says, well, I didn't really see what happened. I don't know what happened. Then it was an incredible coincidence that his elbow came up and struck the guy in the head, and he didn't hit anything else. And it's at the very least a penalty. It should be an ejection from a game, and it has to be a suspension. The NHL needs to take the Marchand crap more seriously than it does. Marchand has been doing this from day one. Really, day one. This first incident was in 2011 before they won the Stanley Cup. This has been going on his whole career. This is nothing new. And as talented as he is, and he's a very, very talented forward, it's this crap that is why I can't cheer for Marchand. I just can't. The fact is that as talented as he is, and as much as I want to cheer for him, this is why I can't. It doesn't affect my cheering for the Bruins at all. I love the rest of the team. It's him. It's Marchand. And it's one of those funny things, because I know as a Canuck fan, I used to get, oh, you're a Canuck fan, so you agree with Kessler and Burroughs and what they do. No, not at all. And that elbow thrown by Marchand, like I said, careless and stupid. I can almost respect, like, okay, last night Trevor Lewis cross-checks Brock Besser into the boards. Virtually identical to what Dustin Brown did a week ago, so since they're Kings, they don't get suspended. But, I can almost forgive that as a hockey play. I can almost say, all right, but, it's following through, it's a hockey play, it's dangerous, and I think for the fact it's dangerous and these guys aren't stopping when they're behind guys and they're still two-handing them, I think that's where you need to send some kind of a message that that's unacceptable, and George Peros needs to do that. But what Marchand did was not even a continuation on the play. It was I take my shot, and now as I'm going around, I'm going to elbow this guy in the side of the head because I can. And you look at it: Kronwall, Landeskog, Niskanen, Umberger, Salo, Brassard, Borovitsky. Borovitsky and Umberger are the only ones that I look at and say, well, they're tough guys. I mean, Landeskog is as big as an ox, but he's not a grinder. Part of my problem with Marchand, and now you add Johansen to the list, is that Marchand's doing this usually to very clean players. And this hit here, this one here on Sami Salo that he got 5 games for, that solidified Marchand in my mind as a player I hated. Sami Salo was a gentleman of the game. He was also very injury prone. He didn't need help getting hurt, and he got a concussion on that play. And it was, again, needless. He low-bridged Salo. Salo lands awkwardly and gets a concussion out of it. And, again, there was no... I think maybe if Marchand was more apologetic, maybe something, but that's not part of his game either. It's like he has this persona and he's got to keep it up. I don't know. I think he'll get 4 games. We can all speculate. We'll find out later today what he's going to get. But they've got to get this out of the game. It has to go. It has to go. There's no excuse for this kind of crap being in the NHL anymore. None. The dirty hits, Marchand's play, and he can be clean for months, and then this crap happens. And it doesn't excuse it, and it doesn't make me say, well, but he's been clean for months. That's just it's there should be no leeway given to him. There should be no, oh well, it's a chance thing. No, it was stupid, and I'm honestly surprised it's a phone hearing and not in person, just because it's that reckless and that stupid. So there you go. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hit like and subscribe if you're on your way through and you just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.